Hey guys, I am so excited for this one. I get to transform a brand new first time in my chair client from this, her hair was still beautiful, but she wanted to try something new, to this rose gold long bob color and haircut. I'm so excited. I love that people trust me with their hair first time in my chair. Here I start out zigzagging the part just so it's not perfectly even. She is a college student. Her mother works with my sister, and that's how she was referred to me. Starting in the back, I just section the hair off and do a balayage. I only do the top of the hair. I don't saturate it through anywhere, not even the ends. I just want a ribbony type of look. I did a V-shaped pattern, making each side not really narrow but nice and wide, so I can definitely tell that there's dimension in there. Since we're doing an overlay of color that's only a shade or so lighter than her natural color, I want to make sure that the highlights that I put in there are nice and wide. I'm using the Redken blur brush on every single balayage piece towards the root to really blend it in and soften it up. It works so good. It diffuses the line perfectly. So don't laugh at me when I'm having issues with the saran wrap. I never use saran wrap. This is actually like my second time. I always use foil because my clients usually want to be really blonde, so I need that good heat conductor. But since we're just taking her a few levels lighter, I thought I'd try the whole saran wrap thing. It worked pretty good. I got the hang of it towards the end. And I just worked my way up the back of the head. You can see how I just kind of go around the head with the shape of the head, not always straight across. It just gives more of a bricklay pattern. When I got to the crown, I started putting some weaves in there. I wanted to make the highlight a little stronger right there and up to the root a little heavier. Then I clip the foil out of the way, and directly underneath I do pick up that section and still do my V pattern, but I do not bring the sides of the V up to the root like I have the other ones, since I did a foil weave right there. I do the same thing on the side, except I clip the hair on the face out of the way. That way I can go back and do baby lights around the face. I always like to do that, I guess. But I do them last because they don't take as long to lighten. For the very top of the head, I just take 1.5 inch wide sections, not perfectly right up to the top. I go on either side, then in the middle, and you see when I do put the highlight on there, I fade it down, starting on one side, the one closest to the face, getting a little wider as I go down. In the front bang section, I do 3 back-to-back weaves because I want to have that quote-unquote money piece, I guess. I want it to be very, very bright, a very nice, bright chunk in the front. The hair left in between the foils, I still put some lightener on the ends. Before I put the glaze on for her rose gold toner, I do the rest of the haircut. I finish it off. I'm taking the razor, just kind of angling out. I don't cut the perimeter of the hair in the back until I am done doing this part. I'm bringing pretty much everything back to the middle, away from the face, on a traveling guide. Before you move on to your next section, always, especially with these haircuts, check your length on both sides before bringing the section down. It is not a haircut you want to check after you've done the haircut because it's really not a perfectly even haircut. There's going to be corners. You may grab the two different spots on each side of the head, so just do it first. Here, now I'm doing the perimeter. I'm doing the point cutting technique, doing it shorter in the middle and making it longer as I move along to the left and the right. The next section I bring down, I'm going to connect the bottom section to that section. So you see I'm bringing the razor up, starting with my guideline, going up. This will make a wedge if you don't blend in that part after you're done, which I will do, and you'll see when I do it. But as for now, I just want to make sure that I don't have any disconnected pieces. Here's where I angle the hair up and then take that little corner off that's sticking out with a razor. That will help get rid of the wedge look. For the rest of the back, I'm using my scissors to connect the crown area to the back, using a strong point cutting technique. Here I'm pulling the crown up and taking out the bulk right there with a point cutting technique also. It'll just help it lay really nice. On the sides, I just connect the front to the back, pull a section out of the way, taking small sections. I'm just going to start behind the ear, bring it back, and slice it from right to left for the left side, connecting as I go, then bringing it forward and checking, make sure it's not too long. Take the other section out, connecting that to the back also. Then I'll pull the front to the back, angle it up, and blend it into those layers back there. This was a really fun haircut to do. I like transformations. It makes life exciting. And I did the exact same thing on the right side. Now I'm just going through taking some bulk out. She has very, very thick hair, but it's really fun to work with. Here I'm just pulling the hair up and taking the bulk underneath out with the razor. On to the glaze. This is the formula for the root color. I only dragged it about 1 to 2 inches down depending on the area I'm at, and only tapped it along the edges around the face at the root. I started in the back already. Right here I'm taking diagonals, forward sections down, and I'm bringing the right side down a little bit further than the left. Same with the other side. I bring the left side a little further down than the right, so it's lighter on the face. Here's the formula that I bring through the rest of the hair. Starting in the back, I work my way up and make sure I saturate each section really, really well. I just took my fingers there and blended that down a little bit, the root color down a little bit, before I put the end glaze on, so they smudge together really well. Make sure you really saturate. This is a demi color. It does not expand, and it stays pretty much where you put it, so you make sure that you really saturate it and push it into that cuticle. If you're not careful and don't pay attention to detail and make sure it's all in there, you're going to have spots that you've missed where the blonde sticks out, and it will look blotchy, and that's not a good thing. After I'm done applying the color over the whole head, I take the rest of the color that's in the bowl and go over the ends again, just because they will soak up the color a lot. And like I said before, we're going to make sure they're very, very saturated. And we don't want to waste color anyways, right? This processed for 18 minutes. After I rinsed her and shampooed her, I noticed that I did not see the red as well, as vibrant as I would like. The copper showed through, but not the red, so I put 5 VR on there straight for 5 minutes, let it sit, and was a lot happier with the results. The first was the color inside. This is the color outside, where you can see more of those red tones in there. Every lighting it's going to be different. And here's the before and after. She loved it though. She gave me about 5 different pictures of what she likes, and I told her it's kind of different on everybody, and this is what we got. Another reason that Shade's gloss is so amazing is that it will fade gradually and lighten up, and hopefully I formulated it well to lighten up to very nice colors, and she'll get to do every level as it fades. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe.